how many of you are familiar with N3FJP logging software? Okay, these folks wrote this really nice program called Meshsense. And I have it here, but it's not finding any of my radios or something. So let's see if we can. Oh, maybe we're gonna get lucky. Meshsense goes out there and it finds any Meshtastic device that's out there. Once it finds it, then it will bring up a map and show you where all those are at. So if we could get this configured, which I doubt. But anyway, Meshsense is one of those. Meshsense is a better map than MeshMap. It will find stuff that MeshMap will never ever see. MeshMap, Dave and I are convinced that MeshMap is not well seasoned yet, even though it's been out quite a while. But we don't use that. We use Meshsense because of that. So, Meshtastic apps, the Meshtastic web client, and MeshMap are some of the things that you can, the tools that you can use to see the other nodes out there. So, are there any questions? I know it was fairly quick, and this is a new subject to most people. Are there any questions that I can answer?
Power level, is that set because it's an unlicensed service, or can you get a higher power unit?
Yes, you can. Yeah. They're probably a little expensive, but then again, these nodes themselves, like I said, this is $85. This was probably $20. That was $129. This is $109, but this only doesn't come with its own battery. You have to buy a bigger battery for this. This was like probably $15. That's, I think, $12. These were like $25. So you can get into Meshtastic fairly easily. You have one node. You have two. How about the guy behind you, our new hand? You got two? Okay. And I've seen you on, so I know you're there. And what call sign do you go? What do you go by when you're at Meshtastic nodes?
Captain Klutz. Captain Klutz.
I think I have seen you. So, they're just, and there are more and more people getting into Meshtastic in Oklahoma City. Lots. There's a lot of folks in Tulsa. And like I said, if you want to see a whole lot more people than just local stuff, then plug it into the internet and use MQTT. You're going to find a whole lot of stuff with MQTT. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I think I saw somebody from, no, that was something, never mind, that was something different. I think the radio that I use at home, APRS, we saw somebody from Turkey.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy locally who is running an iGate that's turned it on, and he is not limiting who he wants to hear. So I saw people from Spain, Turkey, Germany. So,
Duane, as a practical matter, I see its best use like at field day, a work party, places like that.
Do what?
Yeah,
The CW guys are way out in the boonies.
Okay.
And Tom needs to, hey, it's time for dinner.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Or a work party, you know, somebody's way out there and somebody's way here, and they can just have to carry a 2-meter radio. Much smaller.
For messaging.
Yeah, messaging.
yeah, I mean, there's just so many possibilities.
Well, one of the uses is you're in a disaster, i.e. tornado. Everybody and their brother is on cell phone. You can't get a phone call / message through because everybody's checking in with everybody else. An alternate means to get a message home. Hey, okay, everything's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there are just so many possibilities for
Right,
Meshtastic.
It's a parallel channel, because Terry mentioned the cell phone earlier. It's an alternate means of to get communications from point A to point B.
Yep. I mean, it's,
And there's probably a network that the government is not monitoring super heavy either.
I mean, in the last probably 6 months, the Meshtastic nodes in Oklahoma City have tripled. Everybody's getting into it.
Oh, Steve Johnson on
Yeah. Steve Johnson's on it, Dave's on it, I'm on it.
that. Don't know why he's
These
sitting
guys
in my
are on it.
driveway.
Galen spoke about, he's got about 10
Right.
radios up.
It's just,
Again.
it's something else to get involved with. I mean, as an amateur, I mean,
Expand your horizons.
there's a lot of things out there, exactly. So, any other questions?
So I'm seeing David on there. Is that a base station? Is that a repeater?
No, that's, what's it called?
WD5 solar.
Okay, yeah, that's his solar unit, and it's up on top of the hill at his house, so he sees a lot more than,
So does he have it mounted like on a tower or something?
well, yeah, on a push-up. Yeah.
What, are directional antennas available for this?
Yes. Yep. Matter of fact, I have a 5 dBi gain Omni in my house that I use on one of my nodes. But yeah, you could go crazy. The higher the better.
I think you've done that.
Yeah, I think I've overextended myself. But I am, in addition to the seminar here, I'm giving one for SCARS. I think in August, I'll be giving one to Ham Holiday and Ardmore too. So that's the only reason I bought all those damn units.
Sure.
Like, why do you
Just
need
keep
more than
telling
one Morse
Amy
code
that.
key? I mean,
Yeah, well, you know what? Believe it or not, she supports it. Hoorah.
I can see that it's much more supportive of that than, 100,000.
Yeah.
Keeps him out of her hair.
Any other questions I can answer? I'll be around after the meeting, so if you wanna ask questions, fine. But thanks. And if you wanna look at any of these, come on.